Well, welcome back. We're here for another day of building and electrical work. I can't finish off this wall for the electrical, which is the north side of the house, until we build a chimney, or not chimney, the fireplace that's going to go all the way up to the top joist. It's going to extend 2 feet out from the wall, and it's 5.5 feet in width. So we'll go ahead and get busy starting with that. That should be a not a complex task, but one that we've been needing to get done here, because I have to run a plug out for the pellet stove and then continue on down the wall, but I can't do that until I get this in place. So let's get busy building a fireplace. And by the way, I'm not intentionally muddy. Things are starting to melt around here, and so I had to go outside and fix some of the house wrap. We had a strong windstorm last night that blew some of the house wrap down, so I was up on the ladders with the snow and the mud and ended up getting a little dirty. But oh well, that's what it is. A little dirt and work never hurt anybody. Well, calculating from that center line, I've got 2 feet 8 inches on each side of the center marker for the width of this thing. So we'll start chalking that out, and then we'll start setting down the floor first. So then we'll start building up once we get there. Like I said, I've got a considerable lip, about a 4-inch lip on the top of this wall right here. That makes this a little bit different in how I'm going to have to frame that out, rather than just going straight up with a 2x6 or a 16-foot board. Well, I've got the lower frame built. I still have to put in all the cross bracing in the front and back, and then some blocking, but we'll get that as we're going here. Now I got to take some time and kind of think about how I'm going to go up into the roof joists or roof trusses because of their sloped at an angle. I have to figure out how I'm going to box that in up there so that the roof line matches up. So I got to give that a little bit of thought, and then we'll get busy trying to get that corrected and fixed out. But we're coming along pretty well. It's looking pretty good. Well, I think in order to pull this off, where that center beam is right here, I think I'm just going to go across the top of that, out each way this way, and then connect up into it. That'll account for the slope on each side when I go to sheet it. Then I can put in, because I'm going to have to put in some 2 by 2 or 2 by 3 inch pieces of wood in there for the sheetrock to attach to. So I've got to match the contour of the roof. So, and I'm also going to put plywood sheeting on this whole thing as we go up all the way to the ceiling. So I think that's probably my easiest bet is to do that, and then I can square up off of that and set my angles. Yeah, this is where I'm glad OSHA's not out here, because it's going to get a little dicey. I'm going to get on top of the ladder, very top rung, and try and get that string across the top. So we'll see what we got. Well, as you can see, I got it across and nailed in. I didn't film that because it was a little dodgy jumping around up there. I still have to even it out on both sides, and then put some cross bracing this way across there to make sure that everything's even and level. But it's coming along. Well, I've got that pretty well roughed in. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. It's all level and braced for now. But I still have to put additional braces across the bottom, and certainly across the top. I have more to do there. But that does it for today. So we'll pick it back up tomorrow. We got a little bit of snow coming in tonight and a little bit tomorrow morning, but temperature should be pretty good again. It's kind of nice to be able to work without a jacket. So it is tomorrow. Well, it's a new day, and we are back at it. We're going to continue on with working on the fireplace. I'm going to put in some braces. First, I'm going to start with a brace that goes across this way, which will be for the shelf that's going to sit there. And then I'm going to do a run down for the electrical, because I need a plug on this side for the pellet stove once we get that put in. I'm going to hold off on putting up the plywood on it until we get the bottom mantle figured out. We're going to get that done. That'll be a separate stage of this, and then we'll once we get that set, then we'll go and get the actual stove that's going to go in here, so we can run the pipe up and then through the gap in the trusses there and out either the gable end or through the roof. I'm not quite sure exactly how we're going to respond to that yet, but eventually what we'll do is we'll plywood the entire structure. And then we're going to use a product called Evolve Stone to actually put the stone face on this. all together. So got a couple of steps to go in this. Right now we're just going to continue on with the rough framing in of the fireplace. All right, so the next piece of bracing that I'm going to run is up here, right through the center here, and then up above it all the way to the top. Because we have taxidermy mounts, this 2x6 is going to be the mounting point, so it gives us strength for the mounts because we've got two heavy mounts that are going to go on this stone fireplace. So I'm going to get that bracing in, and then I'll continue with the cross bracing here at 4 feet, and then again at 4 feet above at the top. Well, as you can see, I added some compensation for that 4-inch lip and created a wall right here and right there. So that way the sheetrock or the siding will go up and kind of lift over and then go all the way up to the top of that, up into the trusses. All right, before I continue up with the bracing and the blocking, I need to create see where this 2x4 is right here. I need to put one right up front here as well, so I can run a plug to this from our main room. So I'll get that braced in, and then I'll run that plug. We got our plug in. Now we just got to run our wires to it, and we're good to go on this part. All right, so I got our plug run for the fireplace once we get it, and now we'll continue on with the bracing. But we're making some good progress. I'm pretty pleased with it. So let's get at it. So looking at that, how that roof line goes, once I put the OSB sheeting up all the way up into the trusses, I don't need to put a brace up there across. What I need to do is on the outside of the OSB, I need to run a 1x2 across this side of this at the top, so that the sheetrock can connect into it. But one thing I did find in my work here is that right here at the back of the fireplace right here, I need to add a 2x4 in the back there so that I have a brace to screw into. So I've got to get that done. I've got to put some California corner action in that, and we'll have that ready to go. But we're coming right along. I still have 2 more braces to put in, and then we're almost finished with this project. So there you have it. I got the entire fireplace framed out, and I've got like I said, I got this brace right here. It's for the shelf that'll go across, and then all the bracing for the mounts here. And once we get the stove in, like I said, I still have to do the base mantle with stone, and then we're going to order the stove, and then we'll do the actual skin of this with the OSB. So this is first phase of this project, the bigger one, and I'm pretty stoked with that. And now we can move on to our remaining stuff of finishing the lights and the electrical. So we're back to that, and I appreciate you watching this. Again, these are big projects for me that have been on the board for a while, just trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to pull them off and trying to do that. You know, I think it's kind of funny. I laugh because I watch a lot of the TV show Survivor, and I can hear the theme music as I finish this off, like I'm completing a huge puzzle and winning individual immunity. I don't know, just kind of thought that was humorous anyway. Anyway, I appreciate it again. If you like this type of video, please remember to like and subscribe, and please make sure you leave some comments. I love getting them. Anyway, thanks for watching.